A coroner's office in Southern California has confirmed the identity of a murder victim whose naked dismembered body was found 31 years ago with the help of the DNA Doe Project. Tracey Coreen Hobson, 20, has been identified as the woman whose skeletal remains were found in Anaheim on August 30, 1987, after authorities said her body had likely been there for 2 months. A total of 9 agencies, including the Orange County Sheriff's Department and the DNA Doe Project, worked together to confirm that Hobson was the woman found naked, with her hands cut off, 6 teeth missing, and a chipped front tooth, after having been stabbed in the torso. Since its inception in 2017, the DNA Doe Project has successfully identified 6 cold case victims using the same technology used to identify suspected Golden State Killer, Joseph DeAngelo. The DNA Doe Project does not attempt to identify perpetrators of crimes. The only items recovered near the body of Hobson were a red handkerchief and a length of cord, OCSD said in statement released on Thursday. An anthropological examination of the remains confirmed the woman had been stabbed in the torso and her hands had been cut off. At the time the remains were discovered, experts estimated the body had been in the area approximately 2 months. The remains were found over 3 decades ago by a passerby in a grassy area about 50 feet from Santa Ana Canaan Road, OCSD said. That area is about 1/2 mile west of Gypsum Canyon Road in unincorporated Anaheim. Forensic genealogy has provided a new tool for investigators to work cases from a different angle to bring closure to families, Sheriff Don Barnes said. "We will never stop investigating these types of cases and seeking justice for victims of crime." The case of the Anaheim woman's identity has benefited from state-of-the-art technology at a few points over the last 30 years. In the investigation's early stages, the first-ever clay model facial reconstruction in Orange County history was put to use to generate images of the victim's likeness. But after yielding no results, the case went cold. Then, in May of 2005, the California Department of Justice Bureau of Forensic Services was able to extract a DNA profile for the victim. That profile was uploaded to the California Missing Persons Database and the National Unidentified Persons DNA Index. Over the years, her DNA profile was compared to several possible subjects in an attempt to identify the victim, with no results, OCSD said. In January 2017, an OCSD investigator assigned to the Orange County Cold Case Homicide Task Force reviewed the case and worked in partnership with the Orange County Sheriff's Department Coroner Division, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, NCMEC, and the National Missing and Unidentified Persons System, NAMUS, to develop several new likenesses of the victim. Those images were also publicly released, but the victim still was not identified. With new breakthroughs in investigative genealogy techniques, sheriff's investigators partnered with the DNA Doe Project in an attempt to identify the victim. On November 14, 2018, the DNA Doe Project tentatively identified the victim as Hobson. DNA believed to be from a family member was submitted to the California Department of Justice, CalDIJ, and matched to the victim, OCSD said. CalDIJ submitted their results to the OCSD Coroner Division for identity confirmation. Using forensic odontology, the coroner division confirmed on January 15 the victim to be 20-year-old Tracey Coreen Hobson, who was living in Anaheim at the time she disappeared. The DNA Doe Project had been working closely with OCSD on the Hobson case since July of 2018, the organization said. Share this article. Share. The organizations that work together to identify Hobson include the Orange County Sheriff's Department, the DNA Doe Project, NamUs, the Mohawk Valley Office of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the OK Cold Case Homicide Task Force, the OK DNA Investigative Unit, Caldige, Fulgent Genetics and Full Genomes Corporation. Our condolences go out to Tracey's family, DDP said, with the announcement of the confirmed identification. OCSD said the investigation into who the killer might be remains ongoing. Anyone with information related to this case is encouraged to contact Orange County Crime Stoppers at 1-855-TIP-OCCS or crimestoppers.org.